So he was asking me what time I was getting off. I was on a 14-hour day last night, and he was like, well, when are you getting home? I thought he just wanted to go to sleep and didn't want to stay up anymore. And he had run this bubble bath and then bathed me. Yeah.
Washed the week away.
I mean, literally, it was strangely therapeutic and erotic and sweet and sexy. I find him sexiest when he's working out because he's so focused on his fitness. He's not noticing that I'm oogling and ogling him. But yeah, he looks amazing. He's sweaty. His muscles are bursting out.
Bursting.
They're bursting out.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he's super cute and he's so focused. He's determined Sherman in the gym. It's cute.
We work out together. So we work out about 4 to 5 days a week together. So if it's cardio, if it's weight training, every now and again I go outside and do a little round the block run. But
like this morning.
Yeah, a little round the block run, you know, like you see on the movies. But
he likes the thirst trap for our neighbors.
No, I don't. No,
I'm like, are you going?
No, I'm just trying to, like, you know, burn a little, trying to make sure my abs is right.
It's very Desperate Housewives on these jogs that he takes to the neighborhood without his shirt on.
I'm always gonna work out.
Yeah.
I think she made that very clear when we got together that I had to stay physically fit in some form, some capacity.
I was like, I didn't marry a young man for this to go south. So we have some rules and regulations that are clearly stipulated that he agreed to in the prenup about
both ways. No, this go both ways.
I do this for a living. We see what happens to professional athletes when they retire. It's rarely pretty. So we got about a 10 lb swing.
We got about 10, yeah, 10 pound swing.
Yeah. I mean, and I started motherhood a little later. So as an old mom, I gotta keep these hips limber and loose, and so I can chase after my kid. It's basically, Kavya James, help me help you.
Yeah.
You got some old ass parents, and
you're already behind 8 ball.
You're gonna want us to be as fit and healthy as possible. Watching him with Kav is so sweet, and so my heart literally explodes when I see them, and she looks like a little. She actually looks like a little clone of Dee, and so watching them together is like a little piece of him. Like the best part of him is tootling, waddling around.
Frankenstein.
She's on a Frankenstein walk right now, but it's really sweet and heartwarming and very sexy.
There are a lot of things that I find sexy about Nate. He's an amazing father. He's a very good kisser. He's very intelligent. He's super creative. And he's very humble, which is my favorite part of him. Said nobody ever. I really believe in connection and intimacy, and nothing's more sexy to me than intimacy. Whether that's a conversation with each other at night, talking about something or nothing, or other things. We really work hard to maintain that connection.
Well, intimacy too is like being known. You know, and it takes, to be known, you have to be really vulnerable. And so vulnerability, I think, is like a huge thing in any relationship, because if you're willing to be vulnerable, it means you're willing to be known, and we're willing to know each other. The sides of us that aren't so great, the sides of us that are really challenging, the sides of him that are super challenging.
There's hardly any.
I mean, like the days that he's
you
really
are a
difficult.
Monster. I don't know who you think you're fooling
like,
right now. I think the thing that is the sexiest to me about Nate is he is just like this crazy database of information. You know, he is insatiable when it comes to reading. He reads like 3 books a month. It like calms me down to lay in bed next to him and see him reading. I usually put on House Hunters for 5 minutes and then pass out, because I'm always just fascinated with what you can get for $900 in Istanbul. So we have 2 kids, Poppy, who is 4.5.
Yeah, she's very specific about the half, like most 4.5-year-olds.
Yes.
And our son Oscar is 18 months old, and they're awesome. And we got lucky that we didn't have to compromise in what we wanted as a family. We wanted children, we wanted to be able to raise those children. And I remember when our daughter was born, we were in the room, obviously, when she was born, and I remember thinking in very concrete moments, the world has made it possible for us to be living this life. And it's not something that's lost on either of us. We definitely try and move through the world knowing that we're grateful and that we're standing on the shoulders of people that came before us and helped us out.
Nick is a do-it-yourself kind of guy, and I love that about him. And realized that it was extremely sexy when I was lounging by the pool and I just see him get up, not be lazy, grab the pool skimmer and start cleaning leaves out of the pool.
Right there.
We've been together for over 13 years, so we've been together.
Long time.
Yeah, long time. And it's nice when a guy takes initiative to clean something, even if it's the pool. And in fact, it's the most sexiest to me because he's also in swim trunks or having just come out of the pool. Like I just see 80s hairband music and slow motion. Nick Lachey.
Made me sound like the male Phoebe Cates, like coming out of the pool with my skimmer and...
Yes. You clean my pool so good.
You walk around a lot shirtless. He reminds me, I just call him like a frat boy. I think of his cleaning attire, the sexiest is the white t-shirt, baggy jeans, Timberlands, backwards hat. Like I find when I see that, walk around the yard, I'm like.
So circa 1999 is basically like when she finds me.
Like boy band like peak, put the boy band in the boy band peak attire, I'm transported to my childhood.
Which in my mind, is it not still 1999? I feel like it is still
Yes,
1999.
I'll give you a little secret. It's probably saying too much. If I am mad at Nick for something, I will go to his next concert because I will see him on stage and immediately forget why I'm mad. I'm like, okay.
Which is why she stays on tour all the time.
No, truly, I told him,
constant-
like whenever I see him perform, it's something very sexy, for lack of a better term, to see him perform and do his thing. And so yeah, I'm like, okay, I'll let it go that he blah, 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 blah.
Then your kids remind you of how old and corny you really are and how you need to kind of grow up at some point.
Yeah. Nick's a great daddy. He, no matter how late he works, no matter how long the red-eye flight was, no matter how hard you had an event and you drank the night before, he's always up at 6 a.m. to get the kids, no matter what. And I could always count on that. And it's not just sexy, but it's sexy in a way that is full of love because I can lean on him, I can depend on him. I know he's gonna be there. He's like, nothing will stop me from letting my kids be the first thing that they see when they wake up. All of the chivalrous things that he does, you take care of me. But then I like to think I take care of you too.
That's right. It works both ways.
You didn't get my joke.
Oh, I got it.
Scott is a jack of all trades. He is the guy who can actually really fix things like dishwashers, disposals, electric stuff, and he builds things out of wood. There are lots of times I find Scott sexy, but I actually really do love when he woodworks, even though he loves it too. I think it looks so hot when he does it. It's just the fact that he can take a piece of wood and build something beautiful, and he's like all sweaty and his biceps, and it's good.
She likes it dirty. What do you want from me?
TMI.
Even as a kid with my dad, he would fix things and tinker around, and I sort of learned how to use the tools and learned to appreciate that sort of handiwork back then, and it's something I enjoy. It reminds me of being a kid. It's so strange with the job that I do for a living. At the end of every day, I go home and at work nothing looks different, right? I say a bunch of lines and everything's the same. But there's something tangible that when I'm fixing something or working with a piece of wood, I can see the progress that I've made that day that I don't necessarily have on my day-to-day gig.
Instant gratification.
Instant
I mean,
gratification.
it's great. Even our daughter will be like, Dad, can you build a shelf up here for my stuffed animals? And he'll like do it that day, and it's really awesome. I don't have to call anybody or hire anybody.
It's a sense of purpose. Nobody needs me around unless I'm fixing something, really. That's what it is.
He plays practical jokes on me with the kids. That's funny
We
too.
love scaring Mom.
They love it, love it. I'm like super scared of snakes, and their favorite thing to do together is freak me out about a snake. Just say like there's a snake in the yard and everyone's panicking and I go like white and it's totally not true. Or he's the Mr. like, you know, jump out of a doorway kind of thing. He loves doing that.
I'll wait for 10,
long
15
time.
minutes in a spot, thinking like she's coming and she's not coming, but I'll sit there and wait until she comes along and then I'll scare her.
Funny. He's really funny.
He's medium funny.
And it makes me laugh all the time. And that's sexy.
Jokey laugh?
Dad joke, whatever, but it's funny.